Keselowski down the inside takes back the race lead from Kyle Larson. But Larson fighting back on the outside, a tiny bit of contact as they enter turn one, and Larson blows a tire, hits the wall, and the car goes up into flames. And we are back under caution here for a heavy crash for Kyle Larson, who was battling for the lead and had what looks like the fastest car of the day. He's out of the race though, with a heavy hit into the wall after blowing a tire. Most likely from that contact with Brad Keselowski as they came out of four. You could see the tire smoke there as they hit, and then the tire just let go, and when that car hit the wall, it burst into flames. What a heavy impact for the 5. I mean, that is a terrible angle to go into that outside wall. And then the car just blew up pretty much. Big fire on the 5 car. Larson is all right. Still trying to chase down Michael McDowell as Suarez has an issue in the 99. He's going to limp it back to pit road, and Martin Truex Jr. has crashed hard. Caution is out. Suarez goes to the garage. He will be the first DNF from this race, but the second one, Martin Truex Jr. has crashed just about as hard as we've ever seen on a road course in the Pepsi Cup Series. The 19 looks to have hit that embankment right after where the wall ends, and it almost launched that car upside down. I'm going to take a look at what happened here. I don't know, either a tire or brakes or something. It looked like the rotor might have given out. Yeah, I think Truex lost a rotor there. And then you see he hits the grass, splitter digs in, he jumps up. Second to last row on the grid, Johnson up into second here at Daytona in just 9 complete laps as they work their way through turns 1 and 2. Trouble! Car upside down at the back of the field. It's Harrison Burton who goes flipping and slides on his lid down towards turn number 1. First caution of the race comes out here on lap 10. And it's a single car accident, and Harrison Burton, for the second time in a Pepsi Cup Series Daytona 500, finds himself on his roof. Back in season 4, that 21 also went for a flip on the back straightaway in the big one. Here today, it's a much smaller incident, but still a big flip for the 21. Car just caught air when it was turned there. Can't tell if it got, I think that it got high and then the 51 couldn't back off or something and it turned. Kyle Larson in second, as there you see after halfway, that is the point situation right now. It's tied right now and Buescher goes a bit wide. Larson takes it and now they're all sliding off the track in the chicane. Multiple cars involved. Ty Gibbs is in it. Larson, Buescher, Gragson, and Josh Bilicki goes straight on too. Chase Elliott is involved. Ross Chastain, the 2 drivers battling for the regular season championship, are involved. Meaning, I think it'll go to Chase Elliott because Chastain was also involved in this. But a massive crash up at the front of the field. Enough to where he was able to just barely get that car through the corner. Same for SVG. Josh Bilicki got that car stopped. I think if he could back out of there, he'll be just fine. But the damage has been done for a driver who's already came into this race 50 below. He's Christopher Bell goes around. He goes up and over, and we are back under caution. Big crash for Christopher Bell. Playoff contender. Wow. Big wreck on down the back straightaway. The car catching air out of turn 2. Let's take a look at what happened here. Just got turned by Chris Buescher. I don't know if that was a late block or if Buescher tried getting back in line. It almost looks like it was a late block on Christopher Bell's part. He just turned himself off the nose, and it looks like once he hit the wall, he didn't really scrub off much speed because that inside wall is not too far from the track here at Indianapolis. He didn't scrub up much speed, it looks like, and when he hit that... Coming out of turn number 4 here at Daytona, White flag in the air, 1 lap to go in the Daytona 500. And it's Matt DiBenedetto leading, but he gets turned and into the wall with Noah Gragson. Take a look at the turn 1 wreck replay. Bilicki had such a huge run on Gragson. Tried to go to the inside because he had nowhere to go. Probably could have tried the outside. Will lead yet another super speedway race here tonight in his home track at Atlanta. And here comes Ethan Shield.
Oh my gosh!
In the back. Josh Berry goes around. He collects the 7, and Austin Dillon flips. Huge crash.
I hope he's all right.
It's Austin Dillon upside down on his side in the infield. A massive crash puts us under the first caution of the night here on lap 4.
We got a lot of air.
Here's a look at what happened. Chastain was going 3 wide. He might have gotten squeezed or he came up. I'm not sure what happened there.
What a tumble.
Yeah, just big hit there for the 3.
Larson got Chastain.
He did, and he just got in the wall. Kyle Larson going to come out of here with the last place finish, unfortunately.
Chastain and Briscoe coming back on the outside, but so far not enough.
Whoa, Briscoe! We got a crash. Chase Briscoe. It's the big one. Burton flips. Huge hit. We're back under caution. Many playoff drivers involved. Buscher, Allmendinger, Briscoe, Berry, McDowell.
Humongous crash in the big one. 22 cars involved. You can see numerous drivers. We saw Harrison Burton going upside down. Michael McDowell, a playoff contender, involved as well. Three chase contenders are out of it. 6 in total were involved. Just a humongous crash. Noah Gragson, the defending Talladega winner, involved. Big stuff.
Christopher Bell we saw involved. Now, 6 playoff drivers involved is a little bit misleading because 2 of those 6 was right there, and a bit misleading because 2 of those 6 are still in the top 3. Chastain and Hamlin got together in the initial contact, I believe, to start that wreck, right around where Chase Briscoe was, right there. And Briscoe just got turned, and it all kind of stacked up behind him, as what we see happen here so often at Talladega. One car up front gets turned around, and they all pile up. And it looks like Burton just got hit.
Might have been weight shift, I think. Yeah, he just got hit, and then I guess the car just weight shifted. We don't see it that often with these next-gen cars, as the center of gravity is more towards the center. But I guess just with how the speed and physics-y things, Burton flipped over and came back on all 4 tires. And
now,
unfortunately,
it's Josh Bilicki with Tyler Reddick. Chase Briscoe pushing him. Trouble. They get turned. Jensen Button hitting the catch fence, and the caution is out. Both in turn 1 and then again on the back straightaway. The big one happens once again. That's 3 in this in the final 5 laps of this race. So there you can see the demolished 10 car, the Stewart-Haas Racing entry of Jensen Button, Eric Jones, William Byron, pretty much the entire field involved in this. Only 4 cars crossed the line, as you can see that tire from the 10 car outside of the racing surface. There's the entire front portion of the car, and where it ended up against the wall, pretty much halfway entangled in that fencing. The 50, Kaz Gralla taken out. Chandler Smith almost made it to the end of his first 500. Austin Dillon involved in yet another wreck. John Hunter Nemechek. Chase Elliott can't make it to the flag. Kyle Busch doesn't make it. Todd Gilliland, Brad Keselowski. Already mentioned William Byron, Austin Hill, Jimmy Johnson, so close, and Chase Briscoe was running second there when that wreck broke out. Outside, but then you're losing the race, and then here's the big one on the final lap. Terrible crash for Jensen Button up into the fence, and then hit again by Hill and Johnson. That's vicious. That's really vicious, and the only drivers to finish this race will be just 2 laps to go. If they make it to the white flag, the race is official off of turn 4. Now Bubba Wallace is into the wall. 1 car up and over. It's Carson Hocevar into the catch fence. Harvick's involved. Button's involved. A whole bunch of cars involved in what is surely the big one. And the 7 car is up in flames. Massive crashes. Hocevar's out of the car. They need to get to him quick because it looks like he's on fire there. The front end of that car has just been completely torn apart. I see just in the upper right-hand corner, now the upper left, Todd Gillen's in it, Bell, Priest, there's Smith, there's Haley. I guess we'll find out when we do get back going, but here's a look at the replay and the hard tumble for Carson Hocevar. Over and over, just got hit hard and pretty much just weight shifted and did something very reminiscent of Ricky Craven at Talladega in '96, tumbling his way up into the catch fencing, the outside of the track. Bubba Wallace caught up and out of this race. Unfortunate for him, and that was just a bad move by Chase Elliott right there. Sammy Smith, too. We have to talk about him. He barely got through that wreck.